Hey, what's up? I just thought I'd give you guys my quick thoughts about the Dragon Ball Z, Luffy, One Piece, and I believe his name is Toriko. I don't know if I said his name right or not, but Toriko. I finally watched the crossover, and you know something? When we all first heard about the crossover between Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Toriko, when we first heard about the crossover, it sounded like it was gonna be really awesome. And which the show was. The show was pretty good. It wasn't like the best, but it was okay in my opinion. But I just kind of find it a little some of the things in there were just, I don't know, kind of messed up in there. Because you know what I'm saying. You guys know that I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, and I know some of these Dragon Ball Z fans out there probably thinking the same thing. Like, I think they kind of fucked up a little bit on Dragon Ball Z on the behalf. But I'm gonna start off like this. It was great to see Master Roshi. Yes, I seen Master Roshi in there. It was great to see him back. And then I seen Vegeta. Vegeta showed up in the middle of a fight, and I don't know what he was trying to prove, but he jumped in the middle of a fight. I don't know what the hell that was. And then Trunks and Goten, they did fusion, which that was pretty good to see. But why do fusion if you're not going up against a powerful opponent? Like, they did fusion like at the very beginning, like almost sort of like at the beginning of the show a little bit. 'Cause they was following these. I don't know who these two was though, but I think they was Toriko's friends, and they did fusion. And next is I also seen Luffy and Toriko and Goku. They all, three of them was climbing the mountains, and Goku was just making those guys look like chumps. Goku was just hopping on that mountain like it wasn't nothing, while Toriko and Luffy did. They was all left behind taking breaks, while Goku just kept jumping up in the mountain. And I just kind of find that really fun, because Goku was actually the first one that made it to the top, by the way. But I just find that really hilarious. I was just laughing my ass off, like, damn, Goku making those guys look like chumps. Goku just jumped on that mountain like it was just no problem. I mean, we all know Goku could have used instant transmission or whatever to did that, but it ain't no point of him doing all that. And then I saw King Kai. It was great to see King Kai again. I think King Kai was telling Goku something, because I couldn't really understand the language. Because it wasn't an English version. Because I didn't really care. I just care about just seeing the Dragon Ball Z and all of them. I in the fight. That's all I care about. But I did see Luffy and Toriko and Goku and them. They was fighting though, and Goku pretty much fucking hit Luffy in the face, and Luffy's neck stretched out. But Goku was able to block that though. And then Toriko and Luffy decided to team up on Goku. They like both jumped him and shit. Yeah, they both jumped Goku and shit. Goku was able to take both of them out like it was just a piece of cake though. But Goku could have ended that fight, because Goku actually went as a Super Saiyan 1, and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I don't even think that was necessary. But we got to at least see a Super Saiyan to make the show entertaining. But we all know Goku was holding back. We all know he was holding back, because at the end of the show he went as a Super Saiyan 3. So yes, Goku was holding back on Luffy and on Toriko. So if Goku wanted to, he could have ended that fight though. But hey, you got to make the show exciting though, because he was holding back on those two. So yeah, they had to make it exciting, because Goku could have ended that fight just like that. But I wasn't upset about him not ending that fight, but he could have ended that fight, because we all know Goku's good on holding back. Because I could just look at Goku and tell that he was just holding back on those guys. I was just laughing like Luffy and Toriko don't even realize that Goku is holding back on them. You don't even realize that shit. So I guess that's why Goku went as a Super Saiyan 1, because Goku was like, okay, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan 1. Heat things up a little bit, get the fight a little bit more interesting. But he could have ended that fight. Maybe a Super Saiyan 2 probably could have ended it. Maybe it could have ended the fight quick. But I guess they was all friends. I guess Goku showed a little mercy to him. And then what else did I see? And then they all went to go eat together. Goku and Luffy and Toriko and all them, they all over there eating food together, and then all of a sudden some little red monster or pink monster, whatever the hell it is, with tentacles and shit, and then Gohan went up to it, and then he wrapped Gohan up, and Gohan would just put down. I don't know what the monster did. Did he absorb Gohan's power or something? I don't know what he did though, but I'm just sitting here saying like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm like, are you serious? And then Gohan was just down for the count. And I just shook my head like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, what are y'all doing? And then I seen Piccolo and some other people. Piccolo decided to join the fight, and I think it was one of Luffy's friends, I believe, or one of Toriko's friends, and they all teamed up to take on some monster with tentacles and shit. And then Trunks and Goten, they seen the monster, and then they did fusion. Like, what the fuck is this now? You're doing fusion, a monster that couldn't even really, doesn't even look like a challenge, and they did fusion. I'm like, fusion is only something that if they can't beat an opponent, if they have a hard time beating their opponent, and their opponent's a little bit stronger than them, but Trunks and Goten actually did fusion. Like, what the fuck is going on here? You know? And then at the end, you know, Goku, Toriko, and Luffy and them teamed up together, and they went up against a monster. Goku went out to Super Saiyan 1 because at first they did beat the monster, and then I think another one appeared, or I think it was the same one. But anyway, I don't know. But Goku went as a Super Saiyan 1 to actually fight the monster, and Goku was kind of like out of breath a little bit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here now? Like, why is this dude all tired all of a sudden? And then he did a spirit bomb. Like, why in the fuck are you using the spirit bomb? And you could have went like maybe a Super Saiyan 2 or 3 to actually defeat this monster. But I don't know, man. Goku did the spirit bomb, and then, you know, he threw it in that monster's mouth, and it didn't want to go in. And then Luffy and Toriko jumped in and helped him out. I mean, this ain't the first time that Goku had help. I mean, he had help in Dragon Ball Z in the past from the Z fighters. So this isn't nothing new of Goku having help though. But they did the spirit. Goku did the spirit bomb, and then went to Super Saiyan 3 and did the Kamehameha on him, and then killed the monster. And you know something? The show was okay, you know, but what is the point of bringing Dragon Ball Z in there? Because I don't know. I think they made Dragon Ball Z look weak. You know, crossover. You know, Goku and Piccolo and all them. I think they all looked it weak. They did. They all looked it weak. I think you know what? I think they should do more crossovers, but if they continue to do the Dragon Ball Z like this, I think Dragon Ball Z just need to stay away from One Piece and Toriko. I think they need to stay away from them, and Dragon Ball Z just need to just do their own thing like they did in the past. And don't get me wrong, it was great to see Dragon Ball Z in an episode with, because how many years has it been since we seen Dragon Ball Z episodes? You know, well, it wasn't really Dragon Ball Z, it was a crossover, but how many years has it been since we've seen Dragon Ball Z with the episodes? I mean, it's been like maybe 16 or 20 years, I believe, and we ain't seen them. So it was great to see Dragon Ball Z, you know, something, you know, going up against somebody new for a change, though. But I don't know, man. I just think that they need to keep Dragon Ball Z away from One Piece and Toriko if they're going to continue making Dragon Ball Z look weak. Because when I was watching that, I said the show was okay, but I think they just made Dragon Ball Z look very weak. I mean, that's just like Naruto invading Dragon Ball Z world and actually helping Goku beat his opponents. You know, that makes Goku look weak if you're going to need a weakling like Naruto to help him out to beat every opponent. You know, that makes him look very weak. You know what I'm saying? I just think they made Dragon Ball Z and all the Z fighters in there. Some of the Z fighters look very weak, especially Gohan. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is supposed to be the ultimate Gohan version, and he's easy put down by this monster. I just shook my head at this. 'Cause I just think they underpowered Dragon Ball Z, and this is what I was afraid of. This is what I was definitely afraid of. I know it's just a crossover, and we ain't gonna be seeing it like that all the time. But I can understand that they had to have Toriko and Luffy help out Goku because they don't want Goku to steal all the glory, especially Dragon Ball Z. So it's pretty much an even. Like instead of just having one person save the day, they're gonna have like all three of them be the heroes and be the one to save the day, though. And which I think that is fair enough. Because I know what they're saying. It's got to be fair. It's got to make it look like that Luffy and Toriko got what it takes to hang with Dragon Ball Z. So that's why they pretty much sort of kind of underpowered Goku a little bit, though, to make it look like that they have what it takes to hang with Dragon Ball Z. And we know in a million years that these guys couldn't lace up Goku's boots. Because if they could, they would have beat Goku climbing up that mountain. You know what I'm saying? They would have beaten them. They would have climbed up there a lot faster. So that just showed right there that I don't know. I think it's cool to see a crossover, but Dragon Ball Z, if you're gonna have them invade another fighter's world, at least have them go up against real competition. Stop making them go as a Super Saiyan or using Spirit Bombs against an opponent that's not even worthy of using. You know what I'm saying? They can go up against somebody that's like they could have made like some guy in a tournament that he's been undefeated and nobody was able to beat him, and then they had Goku go up against like Luffy and Toriko tried to beat him, and then Goku jumps in and beats him and shows him that you're not always undefeated. They could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Why are you underpowering Dragon Ball Z? Like I was saying, if they're gonna keep doing this, they need to keep Dragon Ball Z away from One Piece. Now, I know you guys are like saying like, "Oh, dude, you should be happy that they're doing something new." Yeah, I'm happy that they're doing something new, but look what they're doing with Dragon Ball Z, though. They making Dragon Ball Z look very weak in this crossover. They're making them look very weak. I mean, because if they're gonna continue to do this, there's gonna be a lot of disappointed Dragon Ball Z fans out there if they keep underpowering Dragon Ball Z like that. But that's all I want to say. The show was okay. I just think that they just made Dragon Ball Z look very weak in there. But it's your boy OP. I'm out.